When the officers got to the second level, they saw a shooter, a female, who was firing. The officers engaged her. She was fatally shot by responding police officers.
This is Republican Congressman Andy Ogles, who represents a district where a heavily armed woman entered a private Christian school in Nashville this morning and fatally shot 3 children and 3 staff members. It's just another school shooting claiming the lives of innocent children. But this one is somewhat different. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. Removing God from schools evidently is not the answer, as a private Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee just became the most recent target of a mass shooting. And this is what we know per the New York Times. The Metropolitan Nashville Police Department spokesman Don Aaron said that investigators were working to identify the woman who had opened fire at the Covenant School, which serves about 200 students from preschool through 6th grade, according to its website. The 28-year-old woman was armed with 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun, the police said, and it was not immediately clear if she had any connection to the school. Authorities now suspect that she was a former student. They haven't been able to name her yet, but authorities appeared to act quickly when they saw her. She entered the building through a side door, Mr. Aaron said at a news conference. When officers arrived responding to a report of an active shooter at the school at 10:13 a.m., they heard gunshots on the second level of the school, he said. Once there, members of a 5-person team saw the person firing, Mr. Aaron said. 2 members of the team opened fire, killing her, he said. Now, this mass shooting isn't like most mass shootings at schools. First, it involved a white woman when the vast majority have been carried out by men. Also, the school that was shot up is a private Christian school, whereas most schools have been public and secular. And I bring these things up because they tend to undermine many of the arguments that have been spewed by the right to avoid gun reform. We've heard we need prayer back in schools, or we need more attention on young men, or parents thinking they could evade school shootings by sending their children to private institutions. Regardless if it's public, private, God or not, male or female, the fact is that guns and the prevalence thereof is the problem. And instead of banning guns this year, Tennessee Republicans banned drag shows to, quote-unquote, protect children. They also moved to significantly expand access to guns in the state through a series of bills, including one that would lower the carrying age from 21 to 18. They've uplifted gun culture rather than gun reform. Now, will this most recent school shooting resonate for the right? Well, if the commentary at Fox News is any indicator, no, it will not. They're already blaming everything but the guns.
And again, we need to remember, the side door. I'm not trying to point fingers. I don't know the exact facts at this moment, but from what I understand, a side door was unlocked. That seems to be a common pattern in many of these shootings, a side door. If we can lock the side doors and make sure that the schools are secure, hopefully we can avoid these tragedies going forward.
Do we know yet if the side door she entered in was locked or not?
There was a door that was entered. All doors were locked to our understanding, and how exactly she got in at this point is still under investigation.
Now, I'm sure they're going to move on to discourse about arming teachers or something else that's nonsensical, unpractical, and utterly problematic. Regardless, people are tired, as indicated by this mother who hijacked a Fox News live stream earlier today.
Aren't you guys tired of covering this? Aren't you guys tired of being here and having to cover all of these mass shootings? I'm from Highland Park. Family vacation with my son, visiting my sister-in-law. I have been lobbying in D.C. since we survived a mass shooting in July. I have met with over 130 lawmakers. How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them?
Now, that mother was Ashley Beasley. She and her son survived the Highland Park shooting over the summer. Now, Beasley is not wrong. Now, do you think that this school shooting will be enough to encourage lawmakers on the right to make the necessary changes so that we are safer and our children are safer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.